So in tonight's episode, we're getting into a bottle from Limestone Farms Private Stock. Now you may or may not be familiar with Limestone Farms Distillery, but there is a lot of talk going on about them in the bourbon community right now, and it's all been really, really good. So I can't wait to get into this bottle. I'm Tuck, and this is Bourbon Broke. So again, this is the Limestone Farms Private Stock. This bottle has a pretty interesting mash bill in it. It's 70% corn, 10% honeyed wheat, 10% honeyed malted barley, and 10% distiller's malt. It comes in 115 proof, which is right in my wheelhouse, although some of the bottles, can vary just a little bit on the proof. It is an 8-year blend, and the SRP is $189.99. Now, as far as a secondary, I have seen it in stores at $224, and I did check some online retailers, and they were anywhere from like $228 up to $278. But anyway, enough of that stuff. Let's get into this bottle. As I had mentioned at the beginning of the episode, there's a lot of talk out there right now regarding this distillery, especially this bottle right here. So I'm really, really looking forward to getting into it. So let's jump in and see how the nose is. Ooh, baby. That's a good nose. Holy freak. That's fantastic. Dark fruit, blackberry, dark plum, dark cherry, almost like a Luxardo cherry. Just a hint of honey in there as well. A lot of dark fruit and then just that touch of honey. Wow. Wow. I'll tell you, if the palate is half as good as this nose is, this is going to be a great bottle. Let's see how that palate is. Right off the bat, you get this punch of spice right as soon as you drink that and it hits the palate. And it really surprises me a little bit because there's no rye in the mash bill. But it's a really, really nice spice right off the bat that just punches you right in the palate. And, sometimes I talk about proofs on whiskeys, and sometimes they don't drink as high as their proof. Like a lot of times I'll say, a bottle is 120 proof, but it drinks like a 105 or a 110. Not this. This is 115 proof, and it drinks like 115 proof. There's no, punch of ethanol or anything like that in there, but it just a lot of viscosity and just coats the tongue and the palate, and just a nice spice right off the bat. That dark fruit carries over right into the palate. I'm getting just a touch of chocolate, not like a dark chocolate, like a milk chocolate in there. Wow. That's exceptional. That is so good. And I'm also getting like a little bit of coffee in there as well, just a touch of coffee. And there's almost like that, a little hint of like that leather tobacco taste that you'll sometimes get on like a cigar blend, or sometimes in a good, double oaked. But that's coming through in here as well. And I'll tell you, you blend that spice in there, and then you get that darker like hint of coffee and leather tobacco mixed in with that dark fruit. Oh, wow. This is really, really good. Wow. And that finish lasts. It just goes on and on. And I'm getting a little bit of oak in that finish. I really didn't get that much in the nose or the palate, but I'm starting to get a little bit on that finish as it goes on and on. And that's still going on. Wow. That dark fruit kind of dissipates a little bit going into the finish, but you still get that, just that little bit of a spice that carries through. and a little bit of that chocolate. Wow, that's phenomenal. Go back in. Didn't pour out enough, I guess. Wow. That is so good. You know, this comes in at $189.99. So that price is up there a little bit. But I'll tell you what, if you don't mind splurging once in a while, or you don't mind paying that much for a really good bottle, this is a no-brainer. This is a must-buy. If you see it out there, especially at SRP, jump on this one. Do not pass this up. Holy freak. I can say without hesitation, this is one of the best bourbons I've had in a while. Wow. That is so good. This is a must-buy. I don't buy backups a lot because I've, quite a few bottles, and it's just hard jumping around, getting back and forth between them. And but this is one I'm definitely going to get a backup of. I can't wait for friends and family to come over when they say, what do you suggest? This is one of the first ones I'm going to be pulling out. No doubt about it. That's good. As far as a rating on this, wow. Wow, is that, even before the rating, that finish on there, it just goes and goes and goes. And now I'm getting that dark cherry in that finish. That's really coming through in that finish now. Wow, I'm getting, man, that finish, the more I drink of this and when it gets into that finish, it's really getting that little bit of coffee in there with the chocolate and that dark cherry, that hint of oak. Wow. You kidding me? You're freaking kidding me? As far as a rating on this, I'm stingy with my ratings, but this is good. I'm going to go with a 9.4 on this. Since I've started my ratings on my episodes, this is the highest rating I've given to any bottle. I had that Westward Milestone 2nd edition, which I really, really liked. It's a fantastic bottle. I'm rating this higher than that because if I had to go between the two, personally, I would pick this one over that, and that's a great bottle. This one is really, really good. This is what bourbon should be. This is what it should be. Yeah, if you see this out there, grab it. This is a must-buy. Well, that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did drinking it, because this is a freaking fantastic bottle. But if you did enjoy it, please hit that like and subscribe button and that notification bell. It doesn't cost you anything at all, and it truly does help me out. If you'd like to check out some Bourbon Broke stuff, just go to bourbonbroke.com, check out everything on there. And that's all for tonight. And remember, keep your friends close and your bourbon closer. Cheers. We got to get into some more of that one. God, this is so good.